Hi everyone! So a couple days ago I saw this German helmet for sale online for a very good price. And always when I see German helmets for a good price, I just buy them. So yeah, it's always scary to buy stuff online because you're never going to be sure if you're actually going to get it. But today I received a package with this helmet inside, so very happy of course. So when I was looking at the pictures, I immediately saw the helmet was original. You just recognize the shape of an original helmet. I also saw it still had the split pins and the liner band, which is always a very good thing. Of course, because original liner bands and split pins are pretty expensive as well. Original German helmet shells, even without any paint left on them, are pretty expensive, and this was pretty cheap, and it still has the original liner band and split pins in it. So yeah, just a great score. Let's take a look at the helmet. So while I was looking at the pictures, I was pretty sure that it was post-war repainted and after that removed again, and I was actually right, because we can still see some remains of paint, not much, and we have this strange light green color, but someone definitely removed the light color green again. You can see a lot of scratches all over the helmet. If we take a closer look at the helmet, we can see a little bit of pitting, not too much, and you can see the post-war paint is actually inside the pitting, which is also a sign that this paint is post-war. Now, let's take a look on the inside of the helmet. We can still see the original liner band made from zinc. Definitely the late war buckles. By the way, this is an M42 German helmet because the edge is not rolled over, but it's just going like that. It's a sharp edge, so it's a M42, and this is also stamped in the helmet. So yeah, M42 German helmet. In the back, right here on the skirt, we can see the stamp. It's a CKL 64. CKL is the manufacturer, and 64 is the shell size. Underneath it is the lot number. We can see some light rust right there. Some strange stuff. I'm not sure what that is. Looks pretty strange. And this is also pretty interesting to see. Right here, you can take a look at the split pins, and they still have the original washers, which means that this is the original liner band, and it's in there since World War II. For collectors, also like me of course, that's a very good sign. But yeah, this one is just missing the complete leather. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the leather got too dry and it just fell out, because if we look here, we can still see remains of the original leather right there. See those pins? Those small pins hold the leather in place. And we can still see the stitching and just a little bit of the original leather. So there was once a very nice original liner in here. Too bad it's just rotten away. Still very nice, it still has the original liner band and the original split pins. So these split pins are in there since World War II, done in the factory. So, what do we know about this helmet right now? It was post-war repainted. After that, someone removed the paint again. There is some pitting in the helmet. There is post-war paint inside the pitting. It has a lot of scratches, not a lot of original paint left. All over the helmet we can see this pitting. So, what are we going to do? We are going to restore this German helmet. And before I'm going to do that, let me explain you something. Restoring stuff is a great thing if you do it the right way, and only if you're not destroying real history. You guys know I love history and I really don't want to ruin anything, so we're not going to do that. This helmet, no original decals, not a lot of original paint, a lot of pitting, no liner. So this is a perfect helmet to restore. What we're going to do right now is we are going to remove the liner band today. First, we have to remove the split pins. Normally, I really hate to remove these because they are in there since the Second World War. But in this case, you know, we're going to give this helmet a new life. We can use it for reenacting. We can just make a very nice looking German helmet again. So that's what we're going to do. If there were any remains of decal, I would of course never restore a helmet or anything like that. If there was more original paint, I would not do it. But right now, this is a perfect helmet to restore. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm pretty excited to actually remove the liner band because there is a stamp in there, and I would love to see what year it is. But like I said, this is an M42 German helmet. So, and the liner band is zinc, so it's probably going to be 1944, 1943. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to remove the split pins. I have to be very careful because these are pretty valuable, and I would love to actually use the original split pins again. So here we go. So my plan is to actually use the original liner band again in this helmet. I do not want to place a replica liner band in. I want to keep it original as possible. I'm going to be very careful removing the split pins right now. Let me give you a close-up so you can see what I'm doing. Right there, you can see the split pin. And again, guys, if you have an original helmet with an original liner and it still has original paint or whatever, never ever remove those because the value goes down immediately, and just because of the historical value, you don't want to do that. So just leave them in there. But we're going to restore this helmet, like I said, so we have to do that. We have to be very careful. Okay, so we just push it like that, and there we go. And I guess it's loose right now. Let me just pull and push. Come on, it's a little bit rusty, but that's not so strange after so many years. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, so here we have the washer, one of them. It's pretty rusty, but it's in pretty good condition still. And here we have the original split pin. And you can see it's never been bent before, so it was definitely in there since the Second World War. Let's see if there are any markings in it. Can't see right now. We definitely have to clean this. I think I'm going to use some oxalic acid for that. But you really don't want to bend that too much because they will break. So be careful. Now let's do the rest of the split pins. As you can see, this one right now is removed. Now we're going to do this one. So we're going to do the exact same thing. Push it like that. Pull. Watch your nails. You don't want to break your nails. And just pull on this side again right there. Push at the same time. There we go. That's number 2. The washer is stuck between. Come on. There we go. So that's the washer. And here we have the split pin. Wow, they are in very good condition. That's awesome to see. And now the last one. That one. So again, just push this. And here we go. Oh, this one is pretty tight. Oh man, my nails. Just push and pull. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's it. All right, so here we have the washer again and the split pin. Oh wow, we do have a marking right there. But let's check it out together. It says 1943. Right on top, it has the maker, and underneath it, the year 1943. That's awesome to see. Okay, time to take out the liner band. Here we go. You can see it's been there since the Second World War, so it's pretty rusty. There should be a date. Yes. 1943. Wow. BNC Litzmannstadt 1943. So 1943, and you can definitely see right now remains of the original leather. Wow, this is a very nice original liner band. So what we're gonna do is, of course, we're gonna get rid of this rust, and yeah, we'll just replace this for new leather. So that's a nice thing. We keep this together. What I don't like is when people just take helmets apart and are going to sell all the pieces, because then history is just disappearing completely. We can hear a cool sound. The sound of a German helmet. Stahlhelm 42. So that's all for today. So exciting. The next thing we're going to do is, of course, remove all the rust, and we're going to fill out the small pitting. So that was it for today. I can't wait to work more on this helmet. It's late already, so we're going to save that for another day. Very nice German helmet shell, and I can't wait to see it finished. Alright, so yesterday I wasn't really thinking straight because I had a pretty bad headache, but a new day, and today we're going to work on the helmet. I was looking at this helmet today, and I noticed something very, very interesting. Okay, so when I was looking at the pictures online, I saw the stamp. It was a 64 size shell. So 64, and normally the liner size would be 57, so the liner band would be 64 normally. But I was taking a look at the inside, and I noticed it was pretty big. So I was like, okay, but the shell is stamped 64. So it has to be a 64 shell, right? Well, no. This is very strange. Here we have another German helmet. This is a 64. I can show you that right here. It says ET64. ET is the manufacturer, and 64 is the shell size. So the liner band should be 64, of course, to fit the helmet, and the leather stamped 57. That's normal. I mean, 64 shell, 64 liner, right? Okay. So this helmet is also marked 64. You can clearly see it. CKL 64. So now you know this is also 64. And just take a look at this liner band. That's way too big. So this would never fit inside a 64 shell, even though they are both 64 shells. So that was very strange, of course. So I did some research. This is a 66 shell. Look at this. That's big as well. You see? And if we just hold this like that, that would fit perfectly. Which means that this is actually 66 and not 64. Let me show you something else. I still had an old liner. This is a 66 liner. Look at this. 64 shell, 66 liner would normally be way too big. Look. Perfect. So, we got something very interesting here. This stamp right here is wrong. And it makes it even more crazy because the liner band, which is definitely 66, is marked 68. So we have three things wrong here. This is a 66 German helmet shell, and it's marked 64. And the liner in there is 66 size, but it's marked 68. So even bigger. This is a very interesting helmet, and it's confirmed in the book of Brian Ice. Here we have it. It's falling apart, but never mind. The lot number of this helmet is 3839. I can show you that. CKL 64 3839. M42 CKL 64 stamped 3839. No decal, rough texture green gray, zinc liner, misstamped CKL 68 marked 1944 completion. So as you can see, it says it's misstamped. CKL 68 marked. And the one I have is a 64 and is definitely a 68. So something went wrong there, which is very interesting. So this is a very interesting misstamped helmet, but right here we have the actual most interesting item. Let me explain some very dark history right here. Now this liner band is not just a simple German helmet liner band. No, this is very special and also very valuable. Let me explain you some really dark history right here. This liner band was made by BNC Litzmannstadt in 1943. BNC are the initials of Bildermann und Czarno. It was made in 1943 in Litzmannstadt, the German name for Lodz, Poland. Lodz, or Łódź in Polish, was a Jewish ghetto. This was the second largest ghetto in Poland, second to the Warsaw Ghetto. It was turned into a major industrial center for making German war supplies. This liner band was made by a Jewish forced laborer. The circumstances in that ghetto were absolutely horrible. So they were forced to work, and this liner band, oh man, it even gives me goosebumps holding this, because you just know that this was made by a forced Jewish laborer, and most likely the person who made this did not survive. Even makes me a little bit shaky. It's insane if you think about that. Holding something like this, unbelievable. These pins, oh my god. This is a very interesting piece of history. Yeah, it was just a horrible place. A lot of the people in there were just deported to Auschwitz later and got all murdered. It's, like I said, it's very dark, and just the idea of someone who was working on this liner and was later probably killed only because he was Jewish. It's just very sick to think about that. The conditions in the ghetto were horrible. Almost no running water, no sewer system, starvation. I can't imagine how horrible it would be to try to survive in a ghetto like that. More than 20% of the ghetto's population died as a direct result of the harsh living conditions. But I'm very happy I got this liner band because I didn't expect that. These liner bands are very valuable, and I'm not even talking about money, of course. I'm talking about the historical value. This is very, very interesting. Okay, now let's start working on the helmet. These are still the original split pins, but as you can see, they're pretty rusty. Not too much, but a little bit of rust. So the first thing is we have to get rid of this rust. So what we're gonna do, we need some hot water, a little bit of oxalic acid, not too much, that's enough. We're just gonna throw the pins in. And now we have to wait. Okay, so first I wanted to buy some leather in size 64 for the liner band. Of course now I don't need 64 because it's 66, even though it says 68, but I still had an old 66 liner, and it looks like this leather would be perfect. So we're just gonna remove this leather from this liner band. This is a replica liner band, and we're gonna remove this, and then we can use this leather for this liner band. So the first thing we're gonna do is remove this leather. So now, how do you do that? You can see all these pins on the inside of the liner. The only thing we have to do is remove them. Just push it like that and push them out. This one is broken already, that one as well. Here you can see the pins right there. Not sure what happened with this helmet, why there is wool attached. All these pins are different. Someone made this liner himself, that's for sure. First we're gonna remove this strange stuff, because this is definitely not normal for a German helmet liner. So we're just removing that. Looks like remains of a sock or something. I don't know, military sock, I'm not sure. Yeah, you can see all the pins here. There are some pins missing actually. What happened to this liner? Now all we have to do is just remove the leather. Oh, there is one more right there. Here you can see, you just push these out. We're almost done. Ouch, my finger. Yeah, this is the last one. There you go. Okay, so here we have the liner band, not marked or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. Here we have the leather. It's nice that it already has the holes in it. It's a nice piece of leather, that's for sure. We're not gonna place this in the liner band yet, of course, because first we have to remove all these ones as well, and we have to clean this a little bit. So now let us remove all the original pins. The funny thing is, this is actually attached with glue. You can see it there. Right here, you can see the pins. We're gonna be very careful. Oh wow, look at that. You can see the glue is attached to the pins. Oh yeah, we're gonna be careful because we want to save the original pins. With this strange glue stuff, it's gonna be pretty hard to get it out. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. We have all the time of the world. There we go. Yes, it's still complete. And there is still in pretty good condition too. So we have to do that with all the pins. If I can save all these original split pins, then I'm gonna only use the original ones. I wanna keep it complete. Okay, that's the best thing to do. Just fold them like that and pull. So like that. Push this, first get a grip on it and pull. There you go. You can see still remains of the original leather that's completely falling apart. Yeah, we have to get rid of this. I really don't like this, but there is no other option. I'm not gonna throw it away though. I'm definitely gonna keep it all. See that? Remains of the leather. Interesting to see. Ow! Wow, that hurts my fingers. Just hear the sound. So many years. They're all still there, and they're definitely better quality than the replica ones. I'm happy it's not too rusty, because now we can actually still bend them without breaking them. Here you can still see the original stitching of the leather, the same as this right here. This is the back, as you can see, split pin. There we go. Couple more. Just pull like that. Ow! My nail. Okay. That's it. Now take all this stuff out, because like I said, I do not want to throw it away. It's all history. So we want to keep this, of course. Here we go. Remains of that. Wow. To be honest, guys, it even looks like blood a little bit. Maybe it is blood. I mean, if a liner gets stained with blood, there most of the times it's gonna fall apart completely, because blood is very bad for leather. Wow. We have our liner band here. Very nice. We have to clean it up a little bit. But first, let's take a look at the split pins. As you can see, it's turning yellow in there, which is a good thing. We'll leave it in there for a couple more minutes. Let me just check if this leather would be okay. Yes, this would be perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean this liner band with some simple water. This is a soft brush, just a little bit of rust, so it's not too bad. But it's made from zinc, of course, so I'm definitely gonna use oil after this, because we want to stop the rust, of course. I'm not gonna use the steel brush because that's definitely gonna make scratches, and we don't want that. Oh man, the smell of rust. See, all the rust is coming off. After this, I'm gonna apply some oil. There's a very strange smell to it. You want to get rid of all that water. I'm just gonna use some oil. I couldn't find the spray, so yeah. So I'm just gonna do it with my hands. It's the same oil I use for cleaning weapons. I just move it around a little bit. It's looking good. Now let's clean it again. It's looking very nice. Alright, so the liner band is cleaned and oiled. You can definitely read the stem now as well. Alright, now let's take a look at the split pins. Normally I use gloves for this. Just gonna throw them in the water. After that, brush it off a little bit and see what happened. Here we have one of them. Let's use a soft brush and see what happened. Wow, they are cleaned completely. This is perfect. Can you see that? All the rust is gone. Alright, as you can see, the oxalic acid did a great job. We even have remains of original paint. Yeah, the rust is completely gone, even on the washers. It's all gone. This is just look at this. Unbelievable. It's like brand new. Yeah, now you can definitely see the markings on every single split pin. DNC 1943. Okay, now it's time for the helmet shell. We have some rust on the inside, not too bad, but as you can see my fingers are getting pretty dirty if I do that. So the first thing I'm gonna do, just gonna use some warm water. Look at that. That is very dirty. So before I'm gonna start with sandpaper, I just wanna see what we can do without that. What's this? Some kind of strange glue. Okay, yeah, we definitely have to use some sandpaper for this. Feels pretty good. So now I'm going to clean this helmet just with some normal water. I will be right back. Okay, so I just used some water to clean the inside of the helmet, and it's perfect right now. I'm not feeling anything anymore. It's just completely soft and flat. Now we're going to take a look at the outside. I'm going to clean it again, and we'll be right back. Alright, so right here we can see some pitting. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill that up, just like this. Alright, so the pitting that was the most deep has been filled up. Now let's see what we can do with this liner. Here we have the liner band and the 12 pins. It goes inside the helmet like this. So this is going to be the back, that split pin of course, and when you're wearing the helmet it's going to be like that. This is how it's going to work. This is the back, and this is going to be the back of the leather with the stitching. First I have to remove all these small pins, of course. So let me just do that first. Give me a second. This is going to be the back of the leather because of the stitching, and it already has holes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place it right there. But first we need these original pins. I'm just going to do this, push it through. I have to be very careful because of course these are original pins, but that's what we're going to do. Push it through, and then we want it to go through the small hole that we have right there. So it just goes through that and between this, and then we're going to take a look on the inside. Yes, it's working. As you can see, it's coming through. Pull a little bit. You want it to be tight. You don't want to do too much because otherwise it's going to break. The moment of truth. That's it. And that one is done. Awesome. And now we have to do that with every single one. You can see there was a pin right there. We're just gonna use this one, push it through, really careful, pull a little bit, and then just go through that hole, making it harder for myself because I'm filming it, of course. It's really hard to watch a camera and place a German helmet liner at the same time. And those holes are pretty small. We are through, so just be sure it's all the way through. Looks like it's nice and tight. So now just go ahead and do that. There we go. So we have to do that with every single one of them. Alright, so they're all done, except for this one. This is the last one, but this hole is a little off, so see what we can do. We just have to push it down, I guess. There we go. It's gonna be pretty tight. We want this to be at the right spot, so we just have to pull. Oh yeah, this is gonna be pretty hard, but we have to do this. I don't want to break this last pin. Come on. Let's see on the inside if it's good. Yeah, it's actually coming through. Okay, that's good. Pull it a little more. It's good. Historical moment. The last pin. There you go. So the last time this liner was finished was in the ghetto. And now we did it. Let's take a look at the pitting. I don't see any pitting anymore that's going to cause a problem. So this is going to be okay. We're going to use some fine sandpaper for the spots where we just filled the pitting. Okay, so yesterday I wanted to order a decal, a Chinstrap, and spray paint. But because of the coronavirus, they couldn't send me the spray paint in a package, only stuff in envelopes. But I was really lucky because I discovered I still had one from a previous helmet. There's still a lot of paint in there. So we can use this paint for this helmet. This is the exact paint that I needed. So we're gonna use that today. This paint already has texture, which is great. The sun is shining, as you can see. Yesterday it was snowing, actually. The first thing we're gonna spray is the split pins, and I always use cardboard for that. I'm gonna show you why. Put them like that. See? That's a very easy way to spray split pins and buttons and stuff like that. Okay, that's good. Put that somewhere else. The exciting moment. It's getting... I always have this problem with this because there's the texture in there, of course, so it won't come out right now. I think... No, it's stuck. Let us just wait. Oh yeah, that's looking awesome. I'm gonna let this dry. See, the rim right there needs a little more. That's enough. Wow. That's looking very good. All right, I'm gonna take it inside and let it dry because I don't want bird poop or anything on it. All right, so the helmet is dry, sort of. As you can see, I can touch it, but it's still not completely hardened out, so we can still damage it very easily. So what we're gonna do is just gonna do this, and now we're gonna spray the inside. A very valuable piece on my head right now because of the virus. Okay, so I sprayed the helmet one more time just to be sure, and it looks very nice right now. The inside is dry and the outside as well. It's still very brittle. We have to wait 24 hours or maybe even 2 days for that before it's completely solid. What we're gonna do right now is we are going to install or try to install the liner. Very exciting to do that. Here we have the liner, the original liner band again, and all the original pins. And I really like the look of this leather because it's used a lot. Of course, I'm gonna wear this helmet for videos and reenacting and stuff like that, so there are gonna be a lot of scratches on the helmet, so it's gonna match the liner as well later. We have to be very careful because the edges are very sharp, and like I said, the paint is still pretty soft. So this is the back with this hole, and then you have this and this. So those are for these split pins, and this one is for the back. And as you can see, there's a hole, so we're just gonna put it right in there. And I'm doing it outside today because the weather is very nice. There we go. Oh man, that looks amazing. Okay, we want this to line up perfectly. So we just have to turn it a little bit. There we go. It's almost perfect. There you go. Now you can see that it's lining up perfectly with the hole. Very nice. Now the hard part. Normally it's not that hard, but because they are bent already a little bit, it's going to be hard to get the washers in, because we want this to go like that in there, and that's going to be pretty hard to get it completely through, but we're going to try it. So we're going to put this split pin in. There you go. We're going to push it through. Sorry if you can't really see it, but we want to push this through the liner band. Okay, that's perfect. So I'm gonna hold it like this. I want the washer in there. I'm just gonna do this with one hand, so it's pretty hard. You can definitely see the quality of original stuff. It's hard to film it and place it at the same time. You can also put something between the liner, so you can use both hands, but I always do it like this. Yes, I guess. Yeah, it's through. Here we go. Okay, you can see, normally this would be straight, but now it's not. But we can still push it. We really have to push hard here and just fold this. I want this to be very tight. Almost, yeah. Here we go, yes. Okay, so as you can see, it's in there. Now we're gonna do these. Okay, ow. Oh yeah, of course. You guys know me. That always happens in every single video. Okay, let's push this through. And now get the washer in there. Oh, and there it goes. Yes, oh no, it was in there. Oh yeah, it still is. Come on, don't fall out, please. Don't fall out, don't fall out, don't fall out. There we go. Yeah, this is going perfect. I really want this one to be tight. So just push. Yes, this is good. Here we go. That is nice and tight. Awesome, that's great. And now, the last one. Really excited right now. Okay, we want this to be good first. Oops, here goes the washer. We want this to be perfect. Yeah, that fits perfect. The last one. Oh, there's a bird just right behind me. Historical moment. Oh no, these things are in the way. There we go. Oops, it's on the right spot. Oh man, there is a lot of pressure here. Come on, please. Don't fall out. Oh, there's a lot of pressure on this liner. Please go in. Yes. Yes, it's in. It's in, it's in, it's in. And now push. There we go. Ow! I just cut my finger again. These liner bands are pretty sharp. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm happy. Oh yes, we have a liner, guys. That's so sick. This is amazing. We have the original shell, the original liner band, the original pins, the original split pins. Only some new paint. Very nice. Still need this small rope for the liner. This is very nice. That's all original right there. So now we have to wait for the decal and the chin strap. Then it's ready for battle. Look at that. Oh yeah, very happy right now. All right, so I'm extremely happy with the results so far. The helmet looks very nice. Paint feels good. Liner, nice worn liner. Very happy. Can't wait for the decals and chin strap to arrive. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to install a small rope right there for the liner. Just found this old small rope. It's from a dog tag that I've been wearing a lot of times, so it's snapped, but it's perfect to use because it's already dirty. So that's what we're gonna do. And you're probably asking yourself why there is a candle right there. No, this is not a how to date a German helmet video. This is actually to use for the rope. It can be pretty hard sometimes to get this rope through the holes. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna use some candle wax so it gets hard and it's easy to pull through. Just gonna wait until that's cooled off and then we can start putting it right there in the liner. Oh man, candles, they smell so nice. Okay, so you wanna start right here on the back, go from underneath to the top, every single flap from underneath to the top. All right, that's perfect. Look at that. That's very nice. Of course, after using this helmet a lot of times, it's gonna look a lot nicer because now it looks brand new, but I like it. Awesome. All right, so finally, after waiting 1,000 years, my chin strap and decal arrived from D-Day 1944. And before I'm gonna start, just to entertain you, let me show you something that happened during the waiting time. Alright, so I'm sitting in my room right now, and it looks like there's nothing going on at all, because there are just helmets laying there, But there is one thing different right now. Well, I'm gonna show you. I just got bitten by a snake, and the teeth are very deep into my flesh, and it's hurting like right now. It really hurts. I've been sitting like this for a while right now. The only thing you have to do right now is just stay calm and wait. But as you can see, it's bleeding pretty bad, and it's hurting a lot. So yeah, that's the stuff that can happen when you're keeping snakes. Something went wrong, and here we go. It's really hurting. I don't know the damage yet on my hand. And as you can see, I'm just sitting here with my socks. I was just minding my own business. I wanted to feed the snakes, but she was pretty hungry. So when I opened the cage, she just attacked my hand immediately. So that's the stuff that can happen. It was my fault because she probably smelled the other food from the other snakes. So yeah, something went wrong. The only thing I can do right now is just enjoy the helmet standing right next to me while I'm bleeding, and it's hurting. It's really hurting a lot right now. Oh my God, it's hurting. We have to be patient. Okay, so like I said, be patient, stay calm, don't panic. And what happened right now is, obviously a smart thing to do is just pour some alcohol. If the snake is not letting you go, just pour some alcohol in the mouth of the snake. Look at that, she's tasting my blood right now. Oops, I'm bleeding on my carpet. But as you can see, I'm bleeding. I mean, it's not aggressive or something like that. It was my fault. I opened the cage and I wasn't really thinking. So that's the stuff that can happen. And these are the consequences. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna disinfect my hand, and I'm still gonna feed my snake because, yeah, she's still hungry. All right, so I got bitten by one of my Burmese pythons. Her name is Lizzie. As you can see, my hand is healing very well. It's still got some spots right there. This spot is still a little bit hurting, but most of it is already healed. So now you can also see how long it took for this stuff to arrive, because this is already almost gone. Burmese pythons have more than 100 teeth. Yeah, and they were all right here in my flesh. It was like someone just slammed my hand with a hammer really hard, and then just used some sandpaper, you know, and then this stuff to relax your muscles, you know, that feels hot over it. So yeah, it was pretty painful. So yeah, just to keep you informed. Now, I'm also waiting for 2 more helmets actually to arrive, but it's taking 1,000 years because of the virus, but I really can't wait for those packages to arrive. But right now, it's time to apply the decal on this helmet and the chin strap. First, we're gonna apply the decal, and we wanna do that the right way. So here we have it. The glue is supplied. It smells very nice. So the decal is in here. It's completely stuck between some cardboard and plastic, so it's not gonna be damaged while shipping, which is a good thing. These decals are pretty expensive. These are high quality decals. We're gonna make a single decal helmet. And let me see. Oh, there it is. Oh, I thought it was between the cardboard. Normally it's between it. Lucky that I didn't damage it then. Huh, that's strange. Normally you also get test examples. I'm not getting any right now. Okay, well, that's fine. Don't need to test it because I already know how it works. Here you can see, it's a high quality decal right there. It's the correct type. You can see it's very detailed. And we're also going to apply it with the same type of glue that they used during the war. You can see there is a bend in it though. Something happened during shipping. What? No big deal. We have to do this the right way, because if this goes wrong, we have to wait 1,000 years again for a decal to arrive. And I really don't want that. Okay, really excited right now. So what we're going to do, all we need is this, doesn't matter what, but just lid of a can, the glue of course, the decal, some water, brushes, and pure turpentine, and this cloth. The first thing we're going to do right now is we're going to put this in the water for 30 seconds or longer, and while that's in the water, we're going to apply some glue on the helmet. You also want to do it on the right side of the helmet. It's going to be on the left side. An SS decal is going to be on the other side, and the normal standard German Army decal is going to be on the left side, because you want the eagle to watch forward. So that's what we're going to do. Here we have the glue. Ah, that rhymes. That's what we're gonna do. Here we have the glue. That's so stupid. Okay, here we go. I think the decal is in there for long enough right now. We're gonna place that over there and just leave it like that. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply the glue. Be sure that it's gonna be enough glue. You wanna have more glue than the actual decal. That's very important. And okay, there we go. That's good. And now we're also going to put it on this. You're probably wondering why that is, but that's to check when the glue is ready. So we're just going to leave it like that for now, and if this is getting sticky, then the glue will be ready. So right now we have to wait a couple minutes. Oh man, that smells so nice. You know, like you're cutting trees. Really nice smell. The decal is wet right now. I always call these birds Susie because my bird is also called Susie. And always when I see them flying, I call them Susies. So yeah, just so you know, I call all German eagles Susie. Let me check the glue real quick. It's a little bit sticky, but ooh, it's going pretty fast. Let us wait a little longer just to be sure. Let us check if the decal is alright. Yeah, we can move it around. Can you see that? So if you can move it around like that, then it's going to be ready. First we have to wait for the glue. Ooh, that's pretty sticky. Yeah, that's okay, that's fine. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna use some water. Here we go, just make it wet. Don't be afraid to use a lot of water. It doesn't matter. So this is gonna be the scary part and awesome part. I really wanna do this the right way. I do not wanna ruin this at all. This is always scary to do. I think it's straight like that. Yeah, it is. Okay, you use the smooth side of this paper, get rid of the air bubbles. Very careful, be very careful. If it's not straight, you can always adjust it because of the water, but even if it's not straight, I mean, decals weren't always straight. You even have them like over there and over there. I mean, they were applied by hand during the war as well. So sometimes it goes wrong, and it's always historically accurate, so don't be scared if it goes wrong, doesn't matter. But be sure to get rid of the air bubbles, that's very important. Oh, this is looking so awesome. Wow, you can really see the quality of the decals. You know, these are not the standard stickers that you can buy everywhere. Alright, so what we're going to do right now is we want to get rid of the glue that's right there. So we're going to use some pure turpentine and just go like that. Over the decal, get rid of all the glue that's around the decal, and use a piece of cloth and wipe it like that. That's all we have to do. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. Alright, there we have it. The decal is applied. Now we have to wait 48 hours until it's completely solid. But, oh wow, this is looking fantastic. Awesome! The only thing we have to do right now to finish the helmet is use this chin strap. Here we go. It's pretty hard, as you can see. Very good quality, but still, as you can see, of course never used. So, get two pieces here. Start with the small one. Steel buckle, correct for a late war M42 helmet. As you can see, this is very hard to bend. Time to install the chin strap. So we want to bend it this way through the buckle like that, and then, oh man, this is always very hard because the leather is of course brand new and never used, so it's pretty hard to get this through. Just go sideways a little bit and just push as hard as you can at the same time. Oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna make this a little wider just by using a screwdriver. I get it a little softer, otherwise it's almost impossible to get it through. Let's get this through. Come on, come on! I want to finish this helmet. Oh man, it's so hard, and this leather is like, this is insane. It's like a chin strap made from wood. Oh man, and it's hot here as well. Come on. Oh god. Oh man, come on. Just go through. My finger. Oh, this is just way too hard still. Impossible to get it through. I really have to move it around a little more. Imagine if it's finally done, and then it's the wrong way. Almost. It's almost through. Just push it on, man. Oh man, this is so frustrating. I just want to get it through. Oh, this is really frustrating. You do not have a lot of space, you see? It's like, and it's very hard, so it's impossible. You don't have enough space to just go like, you know? It's, and it's very hot here. I'm never having problems with doing this, but these chin straps are always a problem because they're so hard. Feels like they're made from pressed paper, you know? Come on. Last time when I received chin straps, they were breaking. If I went like that, they were just, I don't think they're storing them the right way or something. Okay, now I'm getting really frustrated. I really want to get this through. Okay, now it's enough. I want to get this through because my finger is hurting like. Guys, I've done this many times before, but this is just almost impossible. Just made the hole a little bigger, but now my finger is dead. I'm starting to get very mad right now. I'm getting very, 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 very frustrated right now because the most simple thing is now the hardest thing of the whole restoration. I'm not getting it through. Ow. God. Oh, I was hurting myself. Oh, but it's through though. Finally. Oh, God. That's one part. Oh. Now this one. Not gonna take any risks right now. I'm just gonna... At the same time, but then I want to break it. Because like I said, the other chin straps that I received were just breaking when I was bending them. Okay, so here we go. Okay, now, please just go through. It's way too hot to be struggling with a chin strap. It's not gonna work. Placed so many chin straps. Never had any problems. Only with these chin straps. Move it around, move it around, move it around, move it around. Blah, 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 blah. And I guess it's gonna be alright, I hope. Because I really want to finish this helmet. I want to get out of this hot room. Come on. Oh my God. This is so frustrating. It's just not going. Sorry about that. And I don't want to make the holes too big because otherwise they're maybe gonna break. Come on. There is just almost no room to get it through. Almost impossible. Just push really hard, I guess. This is all the time in my face. Get out of my way. I really do not want to work in a German helmet factory. Okay, I have enough of this. You know what? I'm just gonna use this brush and just... There we go, just make it bigger. A lot bigger. Oh no! I forgot about that, actually. I did that the last time too and it worked very well. Oh man, I'm so stupid. Why didn't I think about that earlier? I just completely forgot that I did that the last time as well. Oh, it's done. Okay. Chin strap is attached. Alright guys, I'm really happy with the result of this helmet. Had a hard time placing the chin strap, still pretty hard as you can see, but after a lot of use and stuff it's gonna be very nice and soft. I'm also gonna oil it so it's gonna look darker and stuff. Right now of course the helmet looks brand new. That's what they would look like during the war as well, when they were brand new. It's a very nice looking German helmet. M42. Single decal. Even though this helmet never had a decal, I saw that in the book of course, but I think it's a very nice final touch to the helmet. The quality of these decals are just insane. You can definitely see that they're not cheap stickers. Also, these decals do not chip if you go like that or anything. If you get a scratch over it, you can see a lot of times with the other decals, just parts fall off, but this, you're really gonna get a scratch over it. So, just like the original ones. Also, something that I discovered, which makes this helmet even more special. First, I thought the helmet was a 66, but it actually turned out to be a 68. So the shell is marked 64, while it's actually 68, and that is a very rare size. A lot of reenactors are searching for helmets in 68 size because some people have very big heads and the smaller helmets don't fit. The perfect size for me is 64. Also 66 is fine, but 64 is perfect for me. I could still wear this helmet, it's no problem, but it's too big. 68, I mean that's huge. And like I said, very rare size. It's marked 64. While it's actually 68. You don't find these helmets too often. I was just very lucky buying this helmet, that it's a rare size and a very interesting liner band as well. A factory new German helmet in 2020. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like the video, please leave a like and a comment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.